Yo, how goes it? How goes it? Welcome aboard Cardboard Sim. And today we are continuing on our journey to Rio de Janeiro. And today we have a special guest flying along with us. We have 4-2 in the building, and we're actually working on getting his SayIntentions up and running. So bear with us here for the first few minutes so we can see if we can get this thing running right. Hey Ben, how's it going? Yo. Yeah, man. Decided to change up a little bit. I was doing some practicing. Well, not practicing, but I was doing some tinkering around with the sim the other day, and I found a spot here in Brazil and I loved it, so I decided to make a little weekly tour out of it. Alright, so let's get this thing up and running real quick because we are on limited time tonight. So let's turn all this stuff on here. Beacon and navs are coming on. Let's prime real quick and get her started here. Okay, avionics is coming on. And let's go ahead and get her trimmed out real quick. Alright, so let's tune to 1182. We are already in there. Alright, 4-2. So, hold on one second. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my call in, and you let me know if you hear it in your headset there, 4-2.
All aircraft be advised, information November is now current. QNH 1017.
Let's see here. Tower, bonanza 424, Romeo Papa with November. Looking to pick up VFR flight following to Sierra Bravo, Sierra Tango at 7,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Navigantes Tower. On departure, maintain VFR at or below 7,000 feet. Departure on 119.5, squawk 2231. Expect runway 25.
On departure, maintain VFR at or below 7,000. Departure on 119.5, squawk 2231. And expect runway 25 for Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, read that correct.
So, if you want to go ahead and make your call as well, and then I should be able to hear you. Okay. Oh man, how's everybody doing this evening? You made the call and I didn't hear you. And that was on 1182. Okay, so I guess with that being said, the only way that you can be heard is if you're actually subbed to it. So that doesn't. So in the trial version, you get everything minus the multiplayer effect. I guess that's just part of the deal there. So we can I guess we'll go ahead and keep it rolling. If you still want to roll with me. I just won't be able to hear you, but you'll be able to hear me. Alright, cool. So we can go ahead and make this run. So we're expecting runway 25. I don't know why winds are actually... I hear myself. Let me turn this down. Okay. Should be 07, but so if you have a tablet or your phone, here I'll put it in the open up a tab. Comlink dot SayIntentions.AI. So you open up a tab and put that in, and what it should do, I don't know if you should be able to get it with the trial period, but if you open that up, it'll open up what's going on in SayIntentions in front of you. So it's kind of like what I got going on my tablet right now. All right. We got beacon navs on. Just let me know when you're ready to roll. Hey Alan, how you doing tonight? I had got a workout today for work, man. I was rolling today. Picked up another customer today, so that's cool. So I've been having this issue, and it's showing itself again. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm glad to be back at work. I'm happy about tomorrow. I get a special box coming in with some goodies for the sim. One thing in particular, well, two, but one in particular that I'm really looking forward to getting up and running. Mailman normally hits the mailbox around 10. Right around 10:15. So I'll be able to do a sneak peek of everything before I step out the door for work. Luckily tomorrow is an easy day for me. Today it was a big day. Tomorrow's an easy day. I kind of set myself up so I'm not killing myself throughout the week. I appreciate it, Alan. Still got some work to do. Far from finished. I'm getting there, but you know, it's always a work in progress. So, but I got this bug that keeps showing up, and I think it's I don't know why. I think it's a Wi-Fi issue. Yes, I am a 2020 for lifer. Nah, let me stop playing. I'm a 2020 for a while. 2024 did me in pretty good that first round, and it just spooked me. It caused a lot of headache, and it took me forever to get the sim back up and running just in 2020. So I'm gonna let 24 do its thing until, you know, I'm gonna give them some time. And it needs to mature a little bit for me before I step back over there. So we're in 2020 for now, which is still good with all the add-ons and things of that nature. She looks pretty good. So, you ready for 2? We can get this thing on the road. Go. Navigantes Tower, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa's ready to taxi. Departure on.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, read back correct.
Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is ready to taxi.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, taxi to runway 25 at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 25 at my discretion. Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Alright, brakes are released. Taxi lights are coming on. Quick brake check. Brakes are good. And let's roll out. I don't know why he got us on 2.5. Should be 7, honestly, but whatever. Alright, landing lights and strobes coming on. We're clear left. And we are clear right. And back taxiing 2.5. Still using SayIntentions, Alan. I'm actually a partner with I joined the partner program with SayIntentions, so I'm all in with them. Love SayIntentions, man. They're doing awesome things over here. All right, first knock to flaps is coming in. Yeah, man, I had to do it. I've never had a problem investing in what I believe in, man. And I believe what they have is a solid product that is continuing to grow and become. They're already making their mark in the sim world, especially for me. That's 4.2 right there. Yeah, I think this bug I have is a Wi-Fi issue. I gotta chase it. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, man. I have a special little me account just for just for SayIntentions and Navigraph. You know, my little stash. They're still working on it. It's in alpha right now, but it's coming along quite well. I actually tinkered around with it last night, and it's pretty cool, man, I must say. Tower, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is lined up and wait on 2.5, ready for takeoff. Oh man, you're gonna have to eventually, man. It's worth it.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, runway 25, winds 115 at 4, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Alright, let's roll. Power's coming in. Power set. Windy. Airspeed is coming alive. And there's 70. Gears coming up. Speed checks. Flaps coming up. Departure on 1195. Okay. Where are we at?
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact departure on 119.5.
Switching to 1195 and that's a 4 Romeo Papa. Thanks, good day. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn left to roll out. No, that's not what I wanted. Departure, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is 1500 for 7,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Florianopolis departure, radar contact.
No, I'm not gonna make it to Rio tonight, man. I'll probably tomorrow. I'll be at Rio tomorrow. I don't know where 42 went. I was with him. He's somewhere around here. Yeah, man, the AI traffic is actually pretty cool. So
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Florianopolis departure on 128.905.
going to 128.905 and that's 4 Romeo Papa today. I gotta get this bug settled. 128.905. Because this bug causes these stutters and it drives me crazy. Florianopolis departure, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is climbing through 3,400 for 7,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Florianopolis departure, Ola Navigantes, QNH 1017.
1017, Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. And up to 7,000 we go.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, Roger. Continue climb altitude 7,000 feet.
Continue to climb to 7,000, Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Cool. Where you at, 42? I don't see you. So the AI traffic. Here's the cool thing about it, man. As far as like the injections and hearing and seeing, you know, seeing the traffic move according to what ATC is saying. Oh, there you are. And then with it be, you know, putting you into the mix of things. So like if you're taxiing out and let's say there's a US airway that's taxiing to the same runway and he's in front of you, you'll see him as a US airway, because you got to have FSLTL, just the base model. You don't need the injection portion. Just download the base models so that way you can actually see you know, the different liveries and stuff like that. So to be able to taxi behind that, you know, and see it, and then, you know, like you're actually like the realism is crazy, man. It's crazy, man. So I'm excited to see how far. I mean, there's still some work to do, of course, but it's a sight to see for sure. Hey Larry, how you doing, my man? I'm waiting for you to send me some pictures of that Learjet in progress now. Don't make me empty out my enclosed trailer and drive out there to Colorado and come get it from you. I have to take a road trip. AI traffic is still in alpha right now, Alan, so it's not out for the public as of now. But I can promise you that it's going to be worth it when it's all said and done. Hey, Seth, the legend is in the building. You're right. Yo, Jack Sparrow's in the building. How goes it, my man? Man, you've been putting in some you've been logging some hours in lately, man. I've been catching you when I be logging in. Find me somewhere to fly to. You be all over the place. I'm waiting. What, you'll come and get it? Yo, buddy, what do you do? Larry, if I were to do something like that, man, it would that'll have to be, man, I would need about a week, because it's gonna take me at least 3 days to get out there. And I ain't gonna be able to move like I want to move, because normally when I get on the highway, man, I don't play, I run. But if I'm gonna be pulling that trailer, I ain't gonna be able to push as hard. So it's definitely gonna be a, you know, one of those things. Where are you going? Oh, I know why you're not going nowhere. Nabbit. There we go. I'll listen to BWI during the Southwest push. It's pretty deep how many jets they have lined up. Man, BWI gets crazy. Oh yeah, if that end up happening, Robert's definitely gonna have to be in the building, Larry, for sure. 101742. No, so the 750, 650 that I'm using is by TDS, and what I'm using is actually a standalone system. So it's not a pop out from the actual aircraft. So, is the Bonanza that you're flying got the G1000 suite in it, or is it the steam gauge? G1000. Hey, Sess, if you still in, hey, how do you change from the QNH to the other one? What is it? The barometer, where, so instead of it being like 29902, it's like the millibars. How do you change that in the G1000? So I have no idea how to do that. I thought you would have to mirror the systems that the sim plane would have on board. No, so, and this is the cool thing. It's one of the line keys at the bottom, I believe. Not in front of my unit, but stand by. We'll take a look now. Alright, 4-2. Jack and Sess is on the way to help you out with that, because I don't know nothing about the 1000 suites. That's where y'all lose me at. I am old school steam gauge over here, buddy. So with the TDS system, so you download the software onto your PC, right? And when you set it up, obviously it connects to Flight Sim via Sim Connect, if I remember correctly. And so it automatically talks to the sim. And then the cool thing about it is you can actually set it up to where how it reads the GPS and nav. So whether you have it set as what the Flight Sim GPS is saying, or you know what you've installed. And of course, so I use, you know, and I want to say you can use Navigraph, which is what I use, or you could use what is it, Flight E-Flight or Flight Elite or something like that. There's another one that you can use, but anyway. So the TDS system talks to Flight Sim, and then what you do is you can pop out, you know, whatever avionics you're using. So if you just have just a space for a 750, you just need a 750. Or if you just want the 650, you can use a 650. They also have other things other than the 750 and 650. Well, I want to say the G3X, don't give me the line. I'm gonna have to go back into the software and see, but there are other avionics panels that you can actually use, pop out and use as well. So it's not a matter of pulling from any aircraft. Like this I could use this 750, 650 in any aircraft that I fly, because the software itself just talks to the sim and it's not necessarily attached to that aircraft. Yeah, man, TDS is I'm not gonna bash PMS 50, because that's what I started with a long time ago when I first started with the 750, and PMS 50 does have a good product. But once I got wind of the TDS version, and their version is actually pretty much a spitting image of the, well, it's really just, it's actually a Garmin unit. So they actually use, it's pretty much a real GTN 750 by Garmin, right? But obviously, you know, in sim form. So the response is there. What you'll find in a real Garmin GTN is what you're going to find in this one. I wish there was a way that we can actually get the full aspect ratio of the weather. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong with it, but I can get basic weather. I can get radar weather. Hey, there's 4.2. But I would like to actually get, you know, more in-depth satellite weather, you know. But it works for now. Oh, I don't need it for for my 750, Bunny. I need to be able to change it in the G1000 so that 4.2 can change it, because he's running the G1000 in his Bonanza. Not in front of my unit, but try PFD soft key. That should then shoot another soft key altimeter unit. Again, easier if I was in front of my unit. Okay, did you read that 4.2? Hey, Jack is saying check your Discord 4.2, or check the Discord. So how did I find the TDS? I ran across it on a YouTube review. I was trying to find something about the PMS 50. Oh no, I know what it was. Now it comes to me. So when I did when I decided to, well, when I learned how to do the interior delete mod, obviously with that, everything on the panel is gone, right? So I have no interior, no cockpit, no nothing. So there was nothing for me to pop out. Now when I was using the PMS 50, I was using that with the BR Sim Designs H35 VTEL with the 750 mod. So when I got introduced to the Coronado V35, obviously this model doesn't come with it. I think there is a mod that you can do to add the GTN 750 in, but I never got that far.
Romeo Papa, contact Curitiba control departure on 133.150.
Switching to 133.15, and there's a 424 when we pop it in. Departure Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is 5,000 for 7,000. I should have been climbed up. Oh, it got held up because I was doing something.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa Curitiba control departure Benvindo San Francisco do Sul QNH 1015.
1015 Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Later, Alan. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you on the next one, my man. .1015 is the new altimeter set in 4.2. So back to you, Larry. Sorry about that. So once I learned how to do the interior delete mod, I had to figure out how to run the 750 without having a 750 installed in the aircraft. And so I got to doing some searching, and that's how I stumbled across the TDS GTN setup. Because for the longest, because PMS 50 doesn't have a standalone, and so I ended up running across a video and somebody was doing a comparison between the PMS 50 and the TDS GTN 750, and he had said something. He was like, it also comes as a standalone. And so when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. Daggone LED light then lost all of its stickiness. So I gotta, I'll fix that later. It's gonna go into the hangar sometime this week. I got some things I gotta resolve and add. But yeah, so when I saw that and I went onto the TDS website and I realized that, oh, you can do the TDS that's actually inside, like installed in the aircraft, or you have the standalone unit. So I tested it out and it worked, and I bought it, and that was pretty much the end of it. So it's a great piece of software. As long as the sim is running fine. And that's what I was trying to say early at the beginning. Yeah, that's them. Like I said, I heard I didn't know TDS simulation was there. All I knew was PMS 50 for the, as far as using, the GTN 750. So I think that for the most part that's who Real Sim Gear was using when they came out with their 750 product. But then, like I said, I heard through one of the videos about the TDS, and I haven't turned back. So yeah, so if you are and I mean, like I said, I think it really depends on your preference. I think they're both great software. Boombasso, how goes it? Later, Sess. Have a good one, legend. But yeah, the PMS 50 and they both are great products. I just prefer the TDS mainly for the fact that I like the responsiveness. I like the fact that it's standalone, and it comes with, like I said, it comes with 750 and it comes with the 650, and like I said, there's other avionics panels that they do offer as well within it. Been grounded for a bit, too busy, and I hear that, man. Shoot, I think last week, man, I was in a world of hurt. It seemed like every night when I got home and I wanted to fly, my body said, you can fly in your dreams, but you're not flying tonight. So we are just cruising along. We are trying to get ourselves to Rio. We're not gonna make it to Rio tonight. I'll be at Rio tomorrow though. That'll be a short little hop over to Rio. Very, very short flight tomorrow. Are you serious? Oh Lord. What, did he get bit by a cat? Messed up his leg muscle. Hey, 4-2, if you want a more easier flight instead of bouncing around. I'm tracking a 5-7 heading. Well, that's not cool. How many more hours do you need? I know they just set you back. That'd make me mad. So this bug, I'm narrowing this bug down to a, I don't know if it's a network issue. I'm thinking it's more so a Wi-Fi, which is still a network, but I think it's a Wi-Fi issue. So y'all remember when I would have these problems where, and I'm still having it today. I don't know if y'all notice, anytime I touch the 750, I get like these quick little micro stutters. This is because I'm touching, there's like a latency issue between the tablet and the sim. But I'm using an auto mouse clicker, so that every time that I'm touching this, it automatically goes back to the main screen, and so it puts the sim back in focus. When everything is working fine, I don't have to use auto mouse clicker. Like, everything just works fine. So I'm thinking there is a bet that, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, this is the second night in a row where this lags and it causes problems. And I know I've checked my speeds. My speeds are solid. So I know that's good. I clear my caches before each flight, do a restart of the whole PC now, just to alleviate all those problems. But for some odd reason, every blue moon, the network starts slowing down and causes this issue. So I gotta figure out why it does that, and hopefully once I pinpoint that, that'll be resolved and I ain't gotta deal with it no more. My boy flew Mr. Kansas QB to a location I can't say on a private jet. Have pics but can't share, but pretty cool, man. He living the dream, I swear. That's pretty cool. Yo, Tree Fox. How goes it, my man? How you doing tonight? Ford 2 out here flying. He's flying a bonanza that changes liveries at free will. I don't know why it does that. 1 minute you're like this blue red, and then you're back to your blue and green fire. Well, I appreciate the drop in. Taking an evening stroll out here in Brazil, trying to work my way over to Rio. I want to do a flyby and say hello to Jesus. As a matter of fact, I need to see, I'm pretty sure there's a scenery package for, I need to see that. Need to add that in, because like I said, I'll be at Rio tomorrow for sure. That's just a little hop. A little shorter than tonight. Oh man, y'all, I am so excited for tomorrow. Y'all have no idea. I'm not even gonna be able to get no sleep tonight. So I know I got rain coming in, which is gonna mess up my schedule for the week. You know, rain is I have a love-hate relationship with rain. in my line of work. I like the rain because it makes the grass grow, which keeps me making that green. You feel me? But then I hate it too because one day of rain could throw me off about 2 days, 2 or 3 days. So I'll probably end up having to work the weekend because I don't like getting behind too often or too much. Because there's been times where I have like a 2-3 day washout, man, and it's just like you never get caught up. Then you got people complaining, well, this is normally my day. Well, it rained 3 days last week. I can't. What do you want me to do? So, but nonetheless, the good thing about it is if we do get this rain, it's supposed to be coming in tomorrow night. Where's my weather at? My son done got me to download all these games on my other phone, and I don't know where half my stuff is at. Well, anyway, if it comes in raining tomorrow evening, which I think that's when the rain's supposed to start, more than likely I'll probably have a down day for Thursday, which is fine. I'll at least be able to knock out tomorrow's route. Thursday will just get pushed to Friday, and you know, Friday is a makeup day or a project day for me anyway, so I should be all right. So what I'll probably end up doing then is Thursday, if I don't end up working, I'll be in the hangar, so that'll be cool. So tomorrow night I'll be able to finish this little small trip to Rio tomorrow night, and then Thursday I'll be in the hangar because I got a lot of work to do and I want to have it all done by Thursday evening's flight. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to make it work. So I ordered my resistors for my. Has everybody seen my my annunciator panel? I'm about to go all in on the grass, doing the detach stuff and all that stuff. More work, but I want golf grass. Oh, you want golf grass? I can tell you how to get golf grass. Golf grass is expensive. My top tier customer has golf grass. It's called TIF 419 Hybrid Bermuda. I cut that yard at a ½ inch. I use a real mower to mow it. Do you know what type of grass do you have, Mbasso? So here is, for anyone that hasn't seen it yet, here is my annunciator panel. I found this off of, I want to say, Thingiverse. Let me get a little closer. Let's see if that works for you. And so in the back, as you can see, there are holes, and I doubled down on each one, and I have these nano LEDs. I don't have none. They're all out there already, but they are very, very, very small. I'm talking like smaller than the tip of a pencil, right? But I need resistors for them, and so I'm just gonna put one, obviously, in each.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Contact Curitiba Control Departure on 129.55.
Going to 129.55. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa today. Curitiba Control Departure. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is 7,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa Curitiba Control Departure Boa Nuete Paranagua QNH 1016.
1016 for Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. So I'm gonna run obviously a light in each one and then set it all up through mobiflight. So like I said, y'all can't see it right now because my glare shield is sagging. Sorry, that made me laugh. I saw something on Facebook the other night and it had me in tears for about 30 minutes. But anyway, So my glare shield is sagging, of course, but if I lift it up, you can now see, well, it'll go higher, of course, but you can see the annunciator panel right there, of course. And then I have my yaw damper button right here that I created that, and it does light up. It's just not plugged in because I got some nonsense going on back there. But all of this is gonna get fixed. I'm gonna re-support the glare shield, get the annunciator panel working correctly, get my glare shield LED strip to not look like it's looking right now. I'm working on a new holder for this iPad because this is sagging too, because when I installed this panel, it ended up knocking this loose because the cable caught the gauge. So I ordered a 90-degree cable, so that will fix that problem. What else? What else I ordered? Like I said, I ordered the resistors. I ordered the right 5-volt supply that I need because the one that I ordered a while ago didn't have enough amperage, so I had to send it back. So I had to do some digging to make sure I had the right one. So I got the right one on order this time, so I'll be able to get all my gauges up and running. So that's in the works. And I got to do some definite wire management because behind there, we're not even gonna talk about that right now. So I'm gonna have to pull this out, wire management. I got to get the rest of my my encoders. They're wired up. They're just not plugged in. So I got to get those plugged in. And for the part that I'm looking forward to the most is my my DIY version of a butt kicker. I couldn't justify spending the money on a real butt kicker for what it does. So I went a cheaper route and I ordered the Daytona Audio BTS1. I think is what its version is. Whatever it is, like the 50-watt transducer. And then I also got the the sound card, or one that will go with it. And so that's coming in the morning, so I'm excited to put that in under this seat. I'm gonna do some testing with that, get it dialed in the way I like, and then I'll probably end up go ahead and order the other butt kicker to put into the co-pilot as well. So eventually when somebody decides to want to fly, I mean, I got a lot of people that want to fly with me, but it's just making the time in the day and all that good stuff. Yeah, I can see my Cal 4 too. I appreciate it, Bumbaso and Tree Fox. Hey Glenn, how you doing? Well, I'm thinking about maybe on the Friday night stream, I'll make the Friday night stream non-SayIntention. So it'll just be multiplayer, and we'll just fly somewhere as a group with through the Discord server and not worry too much. What we could do, it'll be kind of hard. I was saying we could still try to somewhat implement. We could just do a non-tower to non-tower type of situation, and we can just kind of simulate, in the Discord, as far as making our call outs and things of that nature. So I'm actually sitting
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Contact Curitiba Center on 125.8.
Going to 1258, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Good day. Curitiba Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa 7000.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Descend altitude 7,000 feet.
What? I'm not at 7,000. Descend 7,000. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Why is he telling me to descend? I'm at 7,000.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Maintain 7,000 feet.
I didn't request 7,000. Maintain 7,000, Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Ah, I got you, Glenn. Yeah, Tree. So from
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Altitude restrictions canceled.
copy, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Probably so, cause I know.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Descend altitude 7,000 feet.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is maintaining 7,000 feet. From my understanding and kind of what Glenn said, I've never been in a Bonanza in real life, but from all the videos that I've watched, you can see the cowling from inside the as you're sitting. So I know the Cessna panel actually sits a lot higher than the Bonanza. Well, I won't say a lot higher, but from where your seat is to the top of the panel. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not seeing the whole, so pretty much I'm only seeing like just a little bit, but of course, you know, in Flight Sim 2020, you can't, there's no way to actually scale the actual size of the aircraft, and I wish we was able to, because I know the cowling is a lot bigger than that, right? And I know the wings are a lot bigger than this. Now, I wish there was a way that we could scale it. There's just no, I'm pretty sure that there might be a workaround. I just haven't figured it out yet. Incorrect QNH. No, I'm good. Well, I think, you know, and that's going to be the crazy part, because I've gotten so used to, because it's starting to get a little dark now. I'll turn some light on in here just so y'all can see me. I've gotten so used to flying this thing that I already know that if and when I ever do get into a Cessna to actually fly it in real life, that's probably going to be my biggest obstacle, because I've gotten used to being able to see over the glare shield. So now sitting in front of a panel, and I'm already short as it is, so that's already going to tee me off. So when my eyes are looking at the top of the glare shield, I'm gonna have this, like, can I get a booster seat? I need to be able to see over. I don't see how staring straight at the glare shield is going to give me a benefit on judging my landing. I'm getting streaming issues. What's going on? What's going on with the stream? Yeah, see, I think that's... I must be having a network issue. Because this is the second day in a row I've been having lag. Not just... No one ever said anything in the stream last night. But I know in the sim, I'm getting this lag. Dang, 4-2, you 5'8"? Jesus. That's tall to me. Oh, I don't know if I like that. As small as that aircraft is, why would you make the glare shield that huge? It's not right. But it doesn't seem like that when you're flying in your sim, Tree Fox. Or maybe just how the cameras is. But you got your cameras pretty set up almost eye level, and I don't know. Maybe now I got to go back and look at. I got to look at some of your videos again, cause for some odd reason when you sit in yours, it don't seem like you're eye level with your panel. And I know yours is the scale because yours is certified. But see, it's crazy 4-2 because when I'm coming into land with the VTEL, the glare shield is not what I'm going based off of. My reference points is totally different. My instructor was like 6'3", so he was actually getting back issues instructed in some aircraft. He loved the Piper Archer since he was able to sit properly. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that the that's what it's for or what it's not for. I'm just saying as far as reference points go, like me not being able to see the runway. I mean, of course, coming in on approach, I'll be able to see it because, you know, the nose is down. But when it comes time to flare, I'm going to lose the runway. So in my mind, my automatic reaction is going to want to be to look out to the window as a reference, because I can't see what's in front of me. At least with the Bonanza, I can actually still see the runway somewhat when I'm, you know, on the flare. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, obviously it'll be something I'm going to have to get used to eventually, if I'm definitely going to be flying it. But if I can get into a Piper Cherokee or something like that, I would prefer flying something like that, low wing versus high wing. Which I know there's a few guys out here. I know there's 2 Piper Cherokees out here. I want to say there is 1 Piper Archer out there. Haven't seen no Bonanzas, which I don't think that would be in a school setting anyway, or discovery. Well, I mean, it might be in a discovery flight, but I haven't seen nobody with Bonanza on this side of town with one. I know there's a 152, there's a couple 172s. I think there's one 182 out here as well. So I got, you know, there's options out here for me, or you know, at least to get my discovery flight in. Well, once I get to that point where it's, you know, I'll have the time to actually, because whenever I do decide to go all in on my PPL, I'm going all in. Like, I don't want to do this, you know, a little bit here. I just want to go in, do what I got to do, get my license, and be on my way. I mean, one thing I can say about the 172, even in flying in the sim, is, for one, as slow as it is, and you know, for it being a high wing, you know, the stability of that aircraft is you know, it's a lot more forgiving, you know, in a sense, versus a low wing, I feel. Not to say to you know, not to overdo it, because you're still flying an aircraft, but I feel like in a 172 you have room for small mistakes, because with the aircraft being as small as it is, as slow as it is, but the wing surface that it carries for that size, you know, it just, the balance is there a lot better. Oh, definitely, Glenn. Yeah, when I go in, my goal is to do what I need to do and just get it. You know, I don't want to stretch it, because like you said, that's more time, which is more money, and it's already expensive as it is. So I don't want no delay in it. Pipers are more forgiving on the lack of rudder use. It makes you lazy, not so floaty. Both great aircraft though for training. Well, you know, I want to say, you know, well, I won't say all of them. I think it just depends on the type of the aircraft. Like, for instance, the 130. It's crazy. Like, when I first started flying with it, it always threw me off, because, you know, in the bigger aircraft, you know, in the descents, when you go into your descent, or I'll say on your approach, you know, it kind of has this steady nose level, you know, maybe a little nose up attitude, you know, and you're just slowly bringing it down. Whereas when you look at a 172 or a C-130, like, it threw me off. We was coming in, my first time flying on one, and we was coming in on approach. They dropped landing gear. Well, they dropped first notch of flaps, and all of a sudden you felt the plane, you know, kind of do like a not quite a zero gravity, but when they dropped first notch of flaps, it kind of floated up, and then it just kind of went into like this nosedive. So a C-130, even with high wings, but because the wing surface is so big compared to the aircraft itself, it has this nose down attitude when it comes in for landing. And I noticed that with the 172, sometimes when I would fly, you know, in the sim, the nose, it does a nosedive. Whereas with the Bonanza, I mean, it's still kind of a nosedive, but I can be more of a, you know, level attitude in a sense, and let it come down. I don't know if that's just a high wing setup or what, but hey, Bunny, you know what? Let me tell you something. What you not about to do? That's what you not gonna do. I mean, I like the 182 for sure, though. I think I think the 182 is if I had to fly a Cessna, I would prefer a 182. But, you know, it is what it is. beautiful skies out here this evening. I should have set my time back just a little bit further. I would like a Piper Warrior too. That's a neat little aircraft. Oh wow. A Cirrus SR20. Now I know yeah, I mean they're, you know, even though they're GA, they're still, you know, pretty, you know, a good size for being a GA. So did you do that on purpose, Glenn, or you were just trying to do it to get your hours in? Now I know that there is a school in this town called Goldsboro. It's about an hour and a half from where I'm at, and that whole flight school is nothing but Cirrus. Or no, not Cirrus. Well, no, they have Cirrus and they have Diamonds as well. But I think their Diamond, the only Diamonds that they have are the Twins. Yeah, I think they only have the DA62s, I want to say. I wanted to see what modern aircraft was like and also get time in the control airport. Oh, okay, I got you. Cirrus is a very unforgiving aircraft on landing and faster than most aircraft in the pattern. Well, I think that has a lot to do with the surface, like the wing surface compared to the aircraft. Like that's a very the wing surface on that thing is not big at all, and so there's not a whole lot of drag for it to carry, I would assume. If I were to get a plane and I can't get a VTOL, I would probably do a Mooney. Yeah, and I think that has a lot to do with it, Glenn. If you don't have a lot of surface, your speeds are gonna be, it's almost like landing with flaps all the way up, you know. There's not enough drag there. So I would assume too that the takeoff speeds is probably a lot faster as well. Well, I don't know, because it's a light aircraft. It's got a pretty powerful motor. So what's takeoff speeds on that? 75, 80? Oh, I could imagine the V speeds. What do you think about those what do you call them things? They're like kits. And like you can special order the kit as far as like how you want it or whatever. But I think they're actually like Are they experimental? I would assume they're experimental because they're kids. There was this rotate around 70. V speed is 83. Vy is 96, but around. Wow. Okay. I can't think of the name of it. There was this one guy, he started buying the kits. It was a black guy. He had dreads too. He's got a YouTube channel. Mojo, I think is his name. Mojo something. And then Max Maxwell, who is a big time realtor guy. He came on the scene as a wholesaler. Mojo Grip. Yeah. Whatever it is, that plane that he fly. So Max Maxwell linked up with him and he bought a kit as well. What I don't know what the name of that thing is called, but I just wanted your opinion on it. Sling, there you go. Yeah. Isn't that a kit? So your Piper Archer is around 78. So that's a little faster than the VTEL, because the VTEL is 70 from what I've studied thus far. Well, actually, I take that back. According to, now see, this is different though. This is based off of S35 Beechcraft. So according to this checklist, my VX is supposed to be 87, VY is 110, and my cruise climb is at 120. Sling can be a kit, but they have certified as well. It's one of the better ones. Yeah, I mean, you know, I had watched a lot of his videos when he was putting it together, and I'm like, that's a pretty cool little aircraft. But I mean, for the amount of money that you spend building one from the ground up, you know, is it worth it versus just going and buying, you know, let's say a Piper Archer or a Cherokee, or, you know, a VTEL Bonanza, or, you know, a Bonanza itself. I mean, either way, the upkeep is still gonna be crazy. I mean, of course, with it being new, you know, the annuals is not gonna be as crazy because it's a fairly new aircraft. Well, I guess the price will still be the same because you're still doing your annuals. You probably just won't have as many problems, you know, for the first few years, unless you dog the mess out of it. Yo, plane, how goes it? I would say the Archer and the Warrior is like, I'm about to make somebody mad. It's like a Ford and a Chevy. You got an F-150 and you got a 1500. You got an F-250, you got a 2500. you know, they're the same, but there is a slight difference in between, you know, the two. How you doing, Plane? How you doing tonight, my man? Yeah, the Archer got that giddy up in it. That's what's up, man. "4-2 ain't playing." He said, "I gotta get to bed." That's 4. Let me turn these lights off. That's 4-2 all the way out there. That's blinking out in front of me. There he is. Oh, there's a few people out here flying, actually. DJ Fabuloso. Doodoo 2103. Buck Store. A Player. So we're about 15 minutes out. I got 42 miles to go. 4-2 in that. He's in the 176 over the ground. I'm 169 right now. I'm not leaned out as good as I should. I could probably squeeze a couple more out of here. Right now I'm about 168. That's about all I'm about to get on this one. I need to get up at 7. Shoot, I'll go to bed after you and I'm still up before you. Most school kids here on Easter break. My kids here, they just had their spring break last week. Today was their first day back because yesterday was a teacher's work day. So they had, what? They got out the prior Friday. That's what, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days. So they had 10 days off. Oh, that's right, you got driver's ed. How's that coming along? Man, it got dark pretty quick. My goal was to actually land at sunset. I misjudged my time. Yeah, driver's ed is boring. And what makes it bad too is once you actually get to the driving portion is when the person that's actually riding along with you that's learning how to drive really sucks. So now you're just sitting there like, just go back to riding a bicycle. This driving thing is not for you, cause you slowing me up. Oh yeah, you got to. So, man, so I went to driver's ed when I was in school. I think I was, what, 10th grade? 10th grade was when I did driver's ed, and we had to show up before school started. So we had class at like 6 in the morning or something like that. And then so we did all the groundwork, of course, which I think that took like 3 weeks or something like that. And then from there we started driving. So we would get up early in the morning, meet there, and then it would be me and another person, and then, you know, obviously the teacher. And then we drove around for a little while. We had to get our hours, and, you know, so many stop and goes and this and that, blah blah blah. But I mean, I had already knew how to drive before driver's ed, so it didn't really matter. I just had to go through the course because you got to. Do you refuse to change the time of day?
Bonanza 4, Romeo Papa. Contact Sao Paulo. Control departure on 119.25.
Switching to 119.25, bonanza 424, Romeo Papa. Good day. Equalo departure, bonanza 424, Romeo Papa, maintaining 7,000. I really need to start descending.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa Sao Paulo control departure Ola Itanheim QNH 1016.
1016, bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Alright, 42. I'm 10 minutes out, 29 miles. And I know you're probably about 5 miles ahead of me or so. I'm gonna go ahead and start my descent on down to about 15, but I'm gonna do a slow drag at about let me see, 10 minutes, 1500. I'll probably come down at about 500 feet a minute. Okay, do you refuse to change the time of day once you have it set on the ground? Yeah, I mean, once I set it, you know, it is what it is. I don't like going back and changing mid-flight. It kind of throws the immersion off. My goal, I had it set for like 4:30, so because I knew the flight was gonna be about 2 hours or so. So well, about an hour and a half really. So I figured by the time we got down here, you know, the sun would have been setting right now. But which, I mean, it is. I thought I would have had a little bit more light, but that's all right. I don't really like changing it like that. I didn't get my license until I was 20 and did it all with a private tutor in a car. They drive to your house. First lesson, the instructor had me driving down the freeway in peak hours. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm in 10th grade, but my high school doesn't offer it, so I'm at a specific driving school. Okay. He was adjusting the wheel with me, real time and stuff. Was interesting. Now the car that I drove in, they didn't have the instructor didn't have a steering wheel, but they did have a brake, just in case somebody got quirky and need, you know, for whatever, and spazzed out. At least they was able to stop the car. Next year I'm going to move to Florida. Move to Florida? Why Florida, man? You don't like Myrtle Beach no more? Yeah, he has pedals, so he was reaching out to help with. Oh, okay, I got you. That's pretty cool. So, here the requirements is 120 hours of driving before you go for your license test. I'm gonna be honest with you, Glenn. I have no idea what the requirements are now because I got my license so long ago. But what's crazy is the driving, like to actually get your driver's license or even your driver's permit, right? Because when you go to driver's ed, like in high school, here in the States, well, at least here in North Carolina, you got to be at least 15 years old to get your learner's permit. And so when your first learner's permit is you have to drive with somebody with a valid license. And then you can only drive from the hours of 6 in the morning till 9 at night. I think those are hours. They might have changed now. And then after 6 months, as long as you don't have no issue, you know, you didn't get no ticket or no infractions or anything, then the hourly restrictions are lifted, and then you could drive whenever, as long as there's somebody in the car with a license. And then after you turn 16, you can go and test out for your driver's license. So you go and you do that, and then it repeats the process, but this time you have your license. So your first 6 months, you can only drive between the hours of like 6 and 9. The only time you can drive outside those hours if you're going to and from work. Outside of that, you need to be sent down somewhere. And then after 6 months, then you can go back and get your unrestricted license. Same here in South Carolina, 15. There's nothing down here. I've been here for 7 years. I'm thinking to see the Tampa airport. Ah, okay. I got you. Makes sense, plane. When I got my U.S. license in 16 or whatever it was like a walk through the park. Just went to a place that does testing. It was like a Sunday drive. Yeah, like I said, getting our license, man. When I got my license, man, it was so easy. I was literally in and out of the car with the cop. Man, I had a state patrol as my tester, so that was already nerve-wracking. But I literally, from the time we got into the car until we pulled back into the parking lot, was like 5 minutes. We literally went around across the street, and I did a 3-point turn, and then he had me gas on the car and then hit the brake to see my reaction time, and then he had me drive about a half a block down the road, hit the intersection, and turn around and come back, and that was it. He was like, you passed. Like, it's stupid. It makes no sense. My Aussie license test was way more intense. Man, it's like that in Germany, man. Like
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, Santos Nero Mora Airport at your 11 o'clock, 14 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. So long.
change to advisory freak is approved. And squawking VFR. So long. Bonanza 424 when we pop it. Alright. We are on our own here for 2. So 1.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, change to advisory frequency approved and squawk VFR, so long.
Squawking VFR, so long, Bonanza 424 when we pop it. So 1228 is CTAF. And we're gonna squawk VFR. And according to the winds, we should be landing 3-5, so it should be kind of a straight-in departure.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Sao Paulo Control on 119.25.
What? Why am I still talking to you? That's weird. Alright. So autopilot is coming off. And let's start slowing her down a little bit. We are 8 miles. So it'll be runway 35. Yeah, I think out in South Dakota you can get it even younger than that. We'll be landing runway 3542. Alright, let's start getting her woed up here. Alright. Lights. Gear is up. Lights are on. Proper mixture is full
Sync
rich.
rate.
Let's see. Cow flaps are open. We are on the fullest tank. And we just gotta get her slowed down here. Speed checks gear is coming down. Yeah, more Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is 4 miles on left base for runway 35 full stop. Alright, first notch of flaps is coming in.
Bonanza 424 Romeo. Papa, departure, runway 35 is not active. Available runways are 36. Please confirm your runway choice.
What? What are you talking about? And why are you on my frequency? I'm on CTAF, so why am I talking to you? I don't know what he talking about.
Bonanza 424, Romeo. Papa, departure, contact Sao Paulo control on 119.25.
Yeah, this dude, I don't know what he doing. We'll go Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Yeah, I'm not about to. I don't know what he's talking about. I switched to CTAF and now he's talking to me on CTAF.
Bonanza 4, Romeo Papa. Please clarify your request or intention.
Intentions is to land at Sierra Bravo, Sierra Tango on runway 35. Alright, second notch of flaps is coming in. Yeah, I'm done talking to him. He sound drunk. Alright. Flaps are down.
Bonanza 4,
Gear is
Romeo
down.
Papa.
Lights.
Runway 35 is not active.
Oh, Jesus.
Available runway is 36.
Alright.
Please confirm your runway choice.
36 Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Just to shut him up because he's getting on my nerves. Alright. Approximation's full rich. We are trimmed out. Cowl flaps are open. Flaps are down. Gear is down. Lights are on. We are on the fullest tank. And speeds are a little slow for my liking, but we're good.
500.
2 knots on the nose. We're 85, little on the slow end, but that's all right. I can still handle that. All right. There we go. That'll work. Bring it back a little bit. Get around that 75. There's 80. Beautiful. I'll take that one. Appreciate that plane. And we'll get off here at Alpha. Clean this up. Flaps up. Landing lights off. Strobes are coming off. And we're gonna make a call out without talking to him because I don't want to hear his voice. St. Paulo traffic. Bonanza 424. When pop is cleared. Runway 35. Taxi to General Aviation parking. Yeah, that's crazy, Bunny. I'm gonna check the Discord, and I'll if I haven't read up on nothing, I'm gonna let Brian and them know. that they losing their thoughts. Oh, make sure I don't want to hit the TBM. Definitely don't want to do that. Why are y'all out here? I know y'all not out here for me. I ain't got no money. I will take right back off. Don't come bother me. Yeah, I ain't worried about it too much. But probably just, you know. There we go. We'll stop there. Alright, brakes are set. 4-2, you coming in? I see ya. Two's coming in, y'all. What's wrong with your flight sim plane? Alright. Save some of this gas, because I don't know how much gas is here in Brazil. But y'all not about to hit me with tariffs. Mine too, they be bugging. ATC dude was talking to me in German. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. That dude, man, this dude sound like he been sipping on some of that Modelo or something. I don't know, but it was. Why are you talking to me on CTAF? You gonna send me over to CTAF just to continue to talk to me in CTAF? Alright, shutdown. Avionics is off. Electrical equipment is off. Well, I'll leave beacon on for now for 4-2 to find me. Well, I'll leave beacon and navs on for now, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Like, you knew exactly where I was going, but then you said that runway is not available because it don't exist. But the runway that he was telling me that do exist doesn't exist. And there is, unless he was referring to no, because not even this airport had those numbers. So and 4-2 is on the ground. Let's see. Last flight they closed both runways and sent me to another airport. Oh man. Well, you know, where'd 4-2 go? Oh, he must have parked behind me. Oh, no, there he is. Very nice, 4-2. Very, very nice. Now I have to fix the light in my flight sim. Oh, Lord, what's going on with that? That was the best landing I've done in the plane so far. I'm telling you, Bonanza's fun, man. Once you figure it out, it's gorgeous. Alright, so lights are coming off, all that's off. Mixture is coming out. Magnetos is coming off. That is off. That is off. And we are done to did. Well, that was pretty cool there, 4-2. Hopefully you can get you can sub the SayIntentions, man, and we can rock this thing out eventually. Turn all that off. Yep. Okay, cool. Well, that's it, folks. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I'm about to go and chase this bug with my network because I got to figure that out. Why it continues to lag the way it do. I don't like it. But I'm gonna be chasing that here for a couple hours. Hopefully I can find it. But that's about it. I'll be doing that, and I'll probably be looking for a scenery package to download for tomorrow's flight into Rio de Janeiro. Like I said, I want a good flyby. I want to stare Jesus in the face. See him in the flesh. Well, see me in the flesh, but you know, y'all know. So yeah, that's the goal for tomorrow. And then hopefully if anything, even if I don't get the lights installed tomorrow, I will have my butt kicker installed. That is gonna get in. Matter of fact, I might install that before I even leave to go to work. Tomorrow's a light day. I think I only got like 4 on the books for tomorrow, so it ain't gonna take but no time, and they're all in the same neighborhood I live in. It's probably gonna be even shorter than this one, 4-2. It'll probably be hour or just under an hour. It's really not that far from where we're at right now. Let me see. We just did 218 miles, and that is, yeah. So we're probably about right at an hour or so. I'll say an hour or just under it. I appreciate it playing. I will continue to do the good work of the sim community. Have a good one, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Sounds like a plan, 4-2. Well, I'll have that loaded up probably tonight too, and go ahead and get that up and running as far as the stream go. So I see everybody's already showing me some love. I love that. Love y'all. I appreciate all the love and support here over at Cardboard Sim, where we're going to continue to do amazing DIY things with the box. I wish you could hear this ATC complete gibberish, descent, maintain, gobble. Alright, playing, have a good one. Hey Bunny, if you're on live, man, I might swap over there so I can hear it. That's all I got, guys. I'm out of here. Love y'all. Have a good night. It's Cardboard Sim signing out.